Over this last week at the Aquatics GB Championships, the British Swimming Olympic Trials, I've noticed a few trends. One of them trends was that so many swimmers, especially ones making podiums, were wearing the new Speedo Pure Valor 2.0 in the blue colorway. It almost became synonymous in my mind that whoever was wearing this blue suit behind the blocks was going to end up on the podium. And there was so many people wearing it, both men and women. Although I must say, the women's knee skin was by far the most popular suit at this entire meet. I couldn't believe how many people had decided that this was their choice of race suit for the biggest meet of the calendar year, or at least the biggest domestic meet of the calendar year in the United Kingdom. I also noticed that amongst Speedo sponsored British athletes that no one decided to wear the Pure Intent 2.0. They all opted for the Pure Valor 2.0. From Matt Richards winning the 100-200 freestyle, from Duncan Scott winning the 200 IM, from Tom Dean getting on multiple podiums, from Max and Joe Litchfield winning 400 IM and 100 butterfly, and of course their flagship athlete Adam Peaty winning the 100 breaststroke in 57.9. He was indeed wearing that blue Pure Valor 2.0. No one opted for the sprint suit Pure Intent 2.0. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the high-waisted Pure Valor 2.0 and letting you know my opinions on this suit. So Speedo make two different options when it comes to tech suits. They have the Sprint Pure Intent and they have the Pure Valor, which is for everyone. It's the all-rounder suit. And as far as I'm concerned, it's just the most conventional tech suit. In my mind, it's simple, it's pure, and it's what Speedo basically first launched when the bodysuits got banned. Back in 2010, Speedo released the Laser Racer Elite, and that was basically what was a Laser Racer of 2008, but with the polyurethane panel stripped. A few years later, they released the 2.0 version of that, which was, again, a slight modification. And then they released the Pure Valor, which was, again, another refinement of that 2010 Laser Elite. The 2.0 is basically the same suit. I was very curious coming into this review how much would have changed. And to be completely honest with you, it's the same suit with a different water repellency treatment. Now, as far as I know, basically, World Aquatics have told all the manufacturers to get a suit approved, World Aquatic approved, in 2024, that you have to have changed the water repellency treatment you used in previous years. So that meant that going forward, Speedo had to change the water repellency coating that they put on their suits. They didn't just want to use basically what World Aquatics recommended, they wanted to do better, and they used Lamoral. They used this space technology, this coating that goes on spacecraft and all sorts of crazy things. They decided to put it on their suit. Now, what is the biggest benefit of this coating? Well, it's basically longevity of water repellency. Now, it's no secret that when you get a brand new tech suit, it's super water repellent. You can pour water and it just runs off. You can get in the water and it gets that sort of like hydrophobic layer around it. It's pretty damn cool. But as time goes by, that starts to wear off. By your third or fourth or fifth swim meet, it's no longer that water repellent. You get out and it's holding a lot of water, it's soaked through, and of course that means the performance has deteriorated. I'll be completely honest, Speedo suits were super infamous for this. And while I think some brands that I've used, especially Mizuno, have longevity in their water repellency, Speedo always seemed to be limited in how long their suits lasted. So I've used this a fair few times and it hasn't degraded. So maybe that's already a positive sign, but I can't say I've not used this for an entire season or 6 months to say that this has definitely got the longevity of some other models, but it is still holding strong. That being said, this suit comes in at just over £200 in the UK, which is quite a lot for a tech suit, but the original version you can get for just over £100. When you're looking at double the price for the 2.0 version, are you justified in that expense? What you could argue was that if this lasts 2 times as long, well then that's the price justification. That being said, if you did buy 2 of the originals, you could save one for a taper meet and wear one as a beta suit all season. I personally can see the benefit of, say, buying 3 of the originals over 1.5 of this model. You could, of course, get one of these and one of the other model as well. There's loads of options, but I do think that the 2.0 is priced hugely above the original. And when it comes to strict performance, I think they're very much the same. on that initial wear, that first dive in, you're not going to notice a huge difference wearing the 2.0 to the original. In fact, you're not going to notice any difference as far as I'm concerned. They're the same material, they're the same cut, they're the same fit. Everything is literally the same. It's just the hydrophobic water repellent treatment that these suits have that separates them. The only other thing that this does come with, and I've not even taken it out of the case yet, is this epic case. And this is the best tech suit case on the market. Arena do give you nice little pouches, Mizuno give you nothing, Tier give you pretty bad little pouches, some brands give you nothing, but this little like case that Speedo ship their suits with is awesome. It's my favorite case. It's great. It has this little opening. You can put the suit back into it. It's just awesome. And on top of that, these suits look awesome. I got this black colorway, which, look, some black suits just don't look cool. This black suit just looks awesome. I don't know why. The Speedo logo, these violet drawstrings. This is just a super cool, slick. Yeah, I love this suit. I love how it looks, even in this black colorway, but the blue colorway is even better. And the swimmers clearly are loving it because, as I've said, everyone, and I mean everyone, was wearing it at the British Champs this week. I mean, I think it was the women's 400 iron podium of Freya Colbert, Katie Shanahan, and Beatrice Farley, all wearing their blue suit. Speedo Pure Valor 2.0 in blue. People love this suit. I love how this suit looks. Yeah, here it is. I wear a size 24 in this suit, and I could probably go 25 or even 26, but I like the 24 because I do like that compressive fit. And when you have a more flexible, stretchy suit like this, I still want to downsize. Some models I don't think you should downsize, but I think with a suit like this, especially if you're going to do sprints, downsizing is not a problem. And this is the high waist version, and of all high waist suits on the market, this definitely fits the most interesting, and I must say it makes sense what it does, but it does make this a little bit naughty to put on. The standard low waist version of this goes on very easy, but because the way this high waist fits, it has a tapering, so as it gets over your hips, it comes in narrower on the waist, I guess almost like a corset. So the waist opening on this is really, really small, but you have to get that over your hips and your bum, which makes that part of putting the suit on really tough. That being said, when you do finally get it on, it fits amazing. It locks in on the waist, it locks in on the hips and the core, and it feels great. And this one, I mean, Joe Litchfield wears this literally up to the belly button. This is a suit that you can really, it is a high waist suit. It's not like a medium high waist like a Mizuno or an Arena Primo, but it fits way better and it feels locked in and secure. Whereas some people find the Arena Primo, because it's just straight up at the sides, it doesn't lock in at the back of the suit and it almost like falls down as you bend over on the blocks. You will get none of that with this Pure Valor suit. It's super locked in, and I really do like how they've done the high waist. No other brand does a high waist quite like this, and I think this is one of the biggest separators of why you might get this model over, say, a Tira Victor or an Arena Carbon Air. The Tira Victor is a much straighter high waist, and a Carbon Air doesn't come in a high waist. Beyond that, this does fall into the category of flexible, comfortable suits. It's that standard thin, light, papery material, polyamide and elastane. You've probably had a tech suit that feels kind of like this. It does have a glimmer though. Look, I'm seeing it in the sun. Maybe that's because of the space tech on it. Maybe not. But it is a very standard feeling suit. We can look inside, 65% polyamide, 35% elastane. It has taping simply because of seams. It has seams on the crotch, has the seams on the inner thigh, has the seams on the outer thigh. These aren't for targeted compression, these aren't for up kick support or anything like that. It is pretty much a no bells and whistles suit, and when I do wear it in the water, I feel a lot more compression around the upper part, the waist and the hips from that high waist, almost corset design, and I do feel a lot of freedom on the legs. If you like a tech suit that is not restrictive, is not uncomfortable, this ticks all boxes. This really is the real deal. Hopefully it lasts longer with the space tech. I mean, as I said, I guess I've had it about 3 months and I've used it quite regularly and I've not noticed a degradation yet, but I've not worn it in a competition yet. I've just worn it in training and testing and things like that. So I can't say the longevity is perfect. I can't say it's twice as long as the original. What I can say is the original Pure Valor, you can pick it up for like $102.99 from Pro Swimwear at the moment. So that's insane value, like insane value. I think that makes it a great suit. I mean, that to me is the best £100 suit you can get in the world. That's a pro for the Pure Velour, I guess. The Pure Velour 2.0, I personally think you're paying for a little bit of marketing with the Lamoral. I think you're paying for a little marketing with the 2.0, maybe the new colorways, but there's so many colorways of the original. So I think to end this review, I would say this is super comfortable, the best high waist fitting suit, can be worn for anything. So yeah, everyone wanted this review. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Pure Velour 2.0. Do you love it? Do you think it's miles better than the original Pure Velour? Am I being critical on it, saying its performance is the same? I mean, look, even if the water repellency did have a performance benefit, it would not be negligible in my honest opinion, because it just isn't. But it might have better consistent performance because the water repellency stays intact, I guess. This suit you can get just over 200, I think it's £210. It's a little bit more expensive on Speedo UK, £225. Comes in this black, it comes in the blue colorway that everyone loves, and it has just been launched in a red colorway, which I don't like as much because it's got the blue on the inner thighs and it looks just like a Pure Velour colorway, not a 2.0 colorway. I think it's the same as like the Dragon Heart or whatever they called the blue and red they released a few years ago in the Pure Velour. So yeah, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, make sure you subscribe. More tech suit reviews coming soon. Yeah, this is the suit of 3 out of 4 of the men's 4x200 freestyle team. They seem to like it. I get why. If you like comfort, you don't want fatigue, you don't want limitations in what you do, then this is the suit for you. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.